Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Matt. If you're not new, like I said, welcome back. So today we're going to do something a little different with a new year. By the time you're seeing this, it's 2024. I thought it'd be good to do a little update of my whole golf simulator setup, take you through every single thing that I have. I'll have every single item linked in the description below. So if there's something that you like in my setup, you can go check it out. If you have questions about my setup, how I did certain things, if you're considering something similar, definitely leave a comment below or send me an email and we can chat about it. So this is just going to be a really informative video. I'm going to show you my whole setup. It's changed quite a bit since I got this back in, I think, late 2021. Whenever the Garmin came out is when I first got this set up, and it's really evolved so much since then. So stick around, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we're going to jump right into this here. All right, so I think what we'll do first is we're just going to start off with the obvious here, the enclosure. You will see this very nice enclosure. This dimensions is 10 by 8.5 feet high, 5 feet deep. It's an awesome enclosure. I love it. It's 4 by 3 aspect ratio. You actually can't, I have a video on this also, you actually can't buy this enclosure anymore. It came from 24/7 Golf. They actually were acquired, and they actually no longer sell in the US. You have to go through SkyTrack to buy any of their stuff. So can't do it. You can't buy this anymore. So here's the enclosure. It served me well. I've hit thousands of balls on this thing, and it's honestly, it's stood up, no problem. It's withheld everything. And honestly, it's great. It looks a little washed out right now because I have every light on in the garage, but you'll see soon it actually looks really, really good. So there's the enclosure, awesome thing. You'll see right across the top, I actually added an LED just to give it a little like pop. So when I turn the lights off, and I'll mute this part, Alexa. Okay, so the lights have turned off. You'll see that nice green up there. It just looks cool. Not needed. Totally unnecessary purchase, but it was like a Black Friday deal. So there it is. The lights up top there, and then you'll see the GSPro we've got running here. So we'll get into that in a minute. So we'll get into the actual build, and then we'll get into the actual what's running everything and how it performs. But that's the enclosure and the lights at the top. So we'll put the lights back on. Let me move you in a little bit closer so you can see. So along the bottom here, these are just some foam tiles that I picked up off Amazon. And these do a great job at, making so after you hit the screen, the ball just kind of dies as soon as it hits that. And it doesn't actually, ricochet back in your face, which is great. So I definitely recommend getting that, putting something down. Works great for me. I haven't had an issue. And then this carpet here, this is for my Garmin R10. This just blocks the signals from the concrete floor that I have. So this is just a cheap carpet. I think I got at Lowe's. It was probably $10. I don't know if I'll have the link for that, but just cheap carpet outside. So excuse my messy wall, but I do have a nice TV up there. This is nice just to have, any kind of thing you want running on the side. You can use it as a second monitor, really anything. I usually put YouTube or sports games up or something, but this is also a functioning garage. So sorry for the mess I've got over there on the right over there. And then this is a cool little feature, which I would recommend a lot of people get this. It's actually a golf cart cleaner, a club cleaner. So I got it off Amazon. I'll link it below. And this is cool because it can clean your clubs. This is what you'd find on the golf cart. So this is just a nice little thing there, clean my club off, and it also cleans the balls too. So I do think it's important to have clean balls. That's right, clean golf balls. And that's why I bought that cleaner, and also it's important to have clean golf clubs. That's because you want to keep your screen as clean as possible, especially when you go outside, you play a money course for the day, your clubs are filthy. I didn't really consider this. Even the balls, you want to keep those as clean as possible, just to keep the screen cleaner. So something to keep in mind. You may not have thought about that. My mat, and this is actually another thing, you actually can't buy this anymore either. This came from 24/7 Golf. It's actually an awesome mat. I have a whole video about this, but it's a great golf mat. I love it. I wish you could still buy it, but you can't. So I'm just hoping to make this one last as long as possible. The nice thing about this is you can actually put a tee into it. Here's a tee. You can actually stick it right in there. So kind of a cool thing. Not a lot of mats have that, so that's a cool feature. And just moving on, so you'll see my golf ball tray right there. It was cheap off Amazon. I think it was $20. I'll have that link below. glad I have it. I'd definitely recommend that. So to keep going, you'll see that I have this new addition. It is the spotlight, which it's not needed for the Garmin R10, but because of my lighting conditions in my garage, when I turn the lights off so I can get the projector, going and it looks a little bit better, I have this light I've added just so I can see the ball a little bit easier. You can even change the colors of it if you want, but I don't. I just keep it white. There's really no reason to change the colors. And that's just mounted up on the ceiling. So I'll have that linked below. Again, that was off Amazon. So I'm moving along to the back here. So again, another cheap carpet to block the signals of the concrete. And then you'll see my Garmin R10. So there's plenty of videos on this. I have a lot of videos on my launch monitor, so I'm not going to get into the exact details of it, but this is what's running my golf simulator, is the Garmin R10. Awesome device. This is a launch unit, so I've had it since the device came out, and it has not let me down this entire time. So highly recommend. What it's sitting on top of? What it's sitting on top of is this little stand. It's seen better days. It's starting to get a little beat up, but it's a stand that I bought off of Etsy, I believe. Somebody 3D printed this. And I think this is very important because it keeps your Garmin extremely level. It has a little bubble inside to keep it level, and then also you can put a stick so you can make sure you're lined up properly. So highly recommend getting that. I don't have the link to that, but that's what I have. So moving on from that, we've got my little, you could call this my station, I guess, command center we've got here. So this is a new addition I've added. So I have a space heater because I actually have it off right now, but I have a space heater. I'm gonna put it back on. Space heater needed for the winter time to keep things warm in here. And then I have this nice cart that I've been looking for a long time to get something like this, to put my laptop on, to have all my stuff set up. I can keep remotes and other things in here. Got this off Lowe's. I think it was $100. I'll link the one that I have, but highly recommend having that. And then obviously my clubs. I'm not going to get really into those. And then my golf bag, my Ping Hoofer. I've done a video on this. Highly recommend this bag. And then the laptop that I'm running everything with is right there. That is a 3050 graphics card with 32 gigs of RAM. I have just did a video on which laptop to buy, so go check that out. All right, I do apologize for the mess, but another thing I added is this cart, and I keep all of my balls, extra clubs. My clubs usually go there in this empty spot. This is my old bag. They usually go there to keep everything sorted and in order. These are just some random golf grips. So just stuff that I put there. It's a nice little addition. Highly recommend having something like that for your setup. And then moving on, so the last thing would be the projector. So we'll kind of get you up there. I have a video on this, but this is the BenQ LH820 ST. Awesome projector. I've actually just moved it recently. If you look, we'll come back here. If you look in some of my old videos, I actually used to have it mounted right there. I don't know if you can see it right there. And I then since moved it over there. And I did that because I felt like, because of my low ceilings, I felt like I was going to hit it at times, swinging the club. So I've moved it off to the right, and I'm really, really glad I did. I lost a little bit of screen real estate, but not bad. And honestly, it works great. So it's a nice projector, nice laser projector. Highly recommend it. But that's what that's my setup there. And then just while I'm up here, so you can see there's a light that right there that I have. So that's how it is right there. Like I said, this is going to be a quick video. I'll just show you what GSPro looks like, because I think a lot of people are really into it, and it's a lot more accessible now to get into that, especially with a Garmin R10. There it is. So there's the range. And yeah, I think it looks good for me. It's pretty big. I hope it's coming through on the camera how big that is. And then yeah, and there it is really. I think that's my setup. That's the gist of it. Oh, this is actually a cool thing. Little thing I added. This is a ball tube. I will link this on Amazon also. This thing is awesome. It just picks up the balls just like that. So now it seems silly at first, but when you're hitting golf ball after golf ball, your back starts to hurt having to bend over to pick up all these balls. So you get this thing and you don't have to do that. So highly recommend. All right, well, I hope that helped. This is just, again, like I said, a quick video of my setup in 2024. I'm excited for the year to come. Happy New Year to everybody. Let me know if you have questions. Look forward to a lot more content to come out. And I love doing this, so it really means a lot to me that you guys still watching this, still watching my videos, leaving comments, leaving thumbs up, subscribing. So just keep it going. Really appreciate you guys, and have a great year.